Testing, testing. Is this thing on? Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Degenerates. You're in the building with your boy, Six Figure Mace.
He's here.
Sitting in a different seat today.
Different seat.
Hey, I'm just keeping the seat warm. I just want to be very clear.
Hey, man, same guy, different seat, man.
Hey, all the real ones move one step to the left. It's all good.
You know what it is.
On my left, I got my boy, my main man.
Listen, guys, you already know what time it is, man. It's the KJ Styles, a.k.a. Steez Bryant. We're going to have a good show tonight because why? We got a special guest in the building, guys. My main man, Anthony Compton. Talk to him, man.
Hey, who is this guy? He's glowing.
A young AK in the building. I'm in the building. I'm excited. Lamert Park native. I'm with my boys.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
I love it.
Let's kick it off, Six Figure.
All right, so here we are. We're back for another riveting episode of the Smart Degenerates. This is season 3, episode 20. We starting to rack them up, fellas.
We are, man.
I just want to let y'all know who we are. We're, I would say we're more than just a group. We're a conglomerate. We're like a nice mishmash bowl of spaghetti of a bunch of guys who love sports, love gambling, love talking about current events and all the ways these worlds intersect with each other. We got a great show for you here today. Obviously you already cat's out of the bag. We got a special guest here with us, Compton. We're going to talk a little bit about the NBA. We're going to talk some more about that wild tournament that we call March Madness. Who saw UCLA beating Michigan?
Wow.
I can't wait till we get into that. But
Crazy.
before we get into that, Ant, man, talk to us, man. Did you play sports growing up? Tell us about your sports life, man, growing up in L.A.
Well, growing up in L.A., Lamert Park native. Shout out Lamert Park. I actually played at Fairfax High, so I was a Lion. Did my thing and just love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. So definitely, I would say basketball was what really drove me.
Nice.
Growing up in the hood.
What was your position on the court?
I played point guard, shooting guard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point guard, shooting guard. Had a deadly jumper. Played some travel ball, and now I got a little one. Shout out Jaden Compton in the building.
Hey, young Jaden.
He's doing his thing, and
young Jaden.
I love sports. I love everything. So let's go.
That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Well,
what's up.
since this is kind of a gambling show, man, do you ever make your way to Vegas? Do you gamble in Vegas? Do you gamble at all?
They say what happens in Sin City stays in Sin City,
Well,
but
Kevin Hart said something different, but I'm gonna listen to you today.
I get out to Vegas quite frequently. I love to gamble. I love the party life. When I'm usually in Vegas, I would say I like the roulette table.
There it is. 32 black.
And obviously I shoot some dice, and when we come to doing some sports bet, I'm always betting on basketball and football.
Yeah.
Right? Those are my two keys.
Nice.
Let me ask you, who got you into gambling on sports?
You know what? To be honest, I started doing sports betting a little bit more heavily since COVID.
Okay.
I think during COVID time, being around my cousin, shout out Jay Nick, he got me on DraftKings. I got a little itch from the DraftKings and just kind of analyzing things and breaking things down, and then.
You talking about Jay Nick, the guy, the Raider fan?
Jay Nick, the Raider fan, man.
Guys, listen, let me tell you something real quick. 20 seconds on Jay Nick. Jay Nick is the worst Raider fan I have ever met. He's biased, and he doesn't even know who the coach is. But go ahead.
Well, I can't speak on he's not here, but
Yeah.
Just this year, and then shout out Smart Degenerates. My boy Jay Styles, Mace. We do a lot of sports betting now. So I would say this past year has really been me really focusing more on sports betting. So
Nice.
You still enjoying it, or you hate it already?
I enjoy it. I feel like I got more wins than losses, so I'll take that.
Oh, that's the key. That's the name of the game.
Absolutely.
What's your favorite team to watch?
What sport are we talking about? Are we talking about just
Basketball.
Well, come on. You see the hat?
I see the hat.
You see the hat?
I wasn't sure,
you see
man.
the hat?
Look, I got to call him out because your boy, I've seen him wear every sports team in America, I feel like. So I'm not sure if you're really a fan or if you're just trying to match the yellows with the golds. I don't know. This guy here, he says he's from Cali.
Right.
But he's a Yankee fan. He's a Kentucky fan. He's a Patriot fan. it just feels like he don't belong out here. I don't even know what he's doing.
Well, look, come on, right off the back, we Laker Nation in the building. You see the hash. Shout out KCP. You know, I love the Lakers. I grew up with the Lakers. Again, I'm a real LA native, so the Lakers all day. I know we're gonna be talking about the Lakers a little bit. I can't wait for that segment.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know everybody is jumping on Brooklyn, but you know, hey, that's just a bunch of names. Okay,
I like it.
Let's go, Lake Show.
Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna talk about the Lakers. We're gonna talk about the Lakers. Styles, tell me how you feeling about the NCAA tournament right now, man. What are we looking at? Let's talk college.
Yeah. Before we do that, today is the 2-year anniversary of the late great Nipsey Hussle. I'm wearing the TMC sweater.
Respect.
Compton, you know, he's from the area, so let's just do a quick moment of silence for Nipsey Hussle. All right, yo.
Respect, bro.
Shout out King
Fastest
Nip.
2 years ever, man. It's crazy.
Man, crazy.
You know what I'm
crazy.
saying? Real quick, 1 minute. Compton, where were you at when you got the news?
Man, you know, driving here today, Styles, I was actually really thinking about that, and I knew that was going to be part of one of our questions on the segment today, and this is a true story. I was actually driving on the 10 freeway, and the first person to call me was my boy Steez. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, dang.
You called me. I'm in the car, and you know, Steez is like, "Yo, Nip just got shot," and I said, "What? Nip got shot?" You know, this is not something I'm proud of, but I've actually been shot. You know, so the first thing that came to my head was, where did he get shot? You know, being from LA, I feel like, you know, this is not a shocker for us to hear about things like that, which is unfortunate, but you know, it's something that is kind of with us. We know we live with that.
Part of the growing up process.
Part of growing up, right? So I asked Styles, I say, Styles, where did he get shot? He said he got shot in the head. And I think that was kind of it hurt. You know what I mean? I felt like I still have faith, don't get me wrong, but when I heard the headshot, you know, it was bad. And then I'm talking to Styles, I'm like, bro, let me call my peoples. Let me see what happened. You know, let me call the homies, and you know, it was just a sad day. It took a lot out of LA. It's still taking us, you know, we're recovering, but I just remember that time just being one of the times where if I didn't even know you, I could just look at you and see the pain in your eyes. And we miss you, Nip. I love you, King Nip, forever.
Forever.
Yeah.
Mace, real quick, where were you?
No, you tell me your story. Where were you at?
Real quick, man. I was actually in Gardena. I was with, shout out to Will Jack. Y'all know the legendary Will Jack. I was with Will Jackson.
Shout out.
It was March Madness. Kentucky just lost. And
Sounds like a recurring theme this time of year.
Yeah. And I remember looking on Instagram, and my boy Jeremy J, shout out to Jeremy J, he texted me and was like, yo, I heard Nip got shot. He had some like back link or something of what was going on. And then I texted all my friends, and then before you know it, boom, it was on the news. It was real eerie. You know what I'm saying? LA felt really cold because honestly, to me, I mean, probably to everyone, Nip was like LA Jay-Z.
Right.
He was the next one. He was like the next one to be like Jay-Z. Not just the next rapper, but mogul. So, you know, and then obviously, you know, we have friends who are, you know, arm's reach to Nip.
Yep.
So it hit differently.
It hit.
Yeah. I mean, he was somebody we saw as like a living manifestation of what you put out there, you can make it happen, you can accomplish. I remember when he first opened a T-shirt spot, right? So going from that to all that he built up in the time frame, seeing how many people he touched, it was truly remarkable. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, it's a big hole in the city. So I mean, I've told my story before. To this day, I still like feel eerie about it, just because again, my mom lives over towards the Fox Hills Mall. We were driving home that same day he got shot. Literally drove past the Marathon store. He's outside. My girl wants to take a picture. You know, I'm like, man, like, see him anytime. He's always here. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, we're not stopping for that. We're going home. We didn't even get to the 110 freeway, bro. That's how quick time passes.
Wow.
Somebody was reporting it. Nip just got shot. All over the timeline, going crazy. I mean, that's impossible. We just drove by. He was just outside taking pictures.
Yeah.
And literally, we were stopped in traffic. So we were parked basically at the red light. But, you know, it'd be sick, you know, Slauson be packed. So we were looking over. You could see him right there. And I remember I made some stupid comment that I won't even repeat. But, you know, to this day, you know, it still bothers me that, again, somebody would just come do that we couldn't we don't do a good enough job of protecting our own.
Yeah, I think just him getting shot was one of those things. Like what?
It don't make no sense.
Didn't make no sense.
And it's like you said, like we're used to people getting shot. I know a lot of people who've been shot in the leg, in the arm, bullet passed through. You figure somebody's gonna always recover. You're not expecting, like, when you hear the details of it, it's just like, oh, come on, bro. Like that, like how could that be what led to this, what led to that? So shout out to him, man. R.I.P. Shout out to his family. I posted it today, bro. Go stream all his music. Go buy his albums, man. Buy everything he put out. Yeah, everybody knows Victory Lap, but buy all the old stuff, man.
Crenshaw, all that. Come
on,
guys.
Let's keep his drive alive. Let's keep living our best lives. You know, following your dreams.
Continue to buy back the block, bro.
And bring it back to our communities. Absolutely.
Can we talk about how we're gonna put some of this gambling money to work in the community? Let's build some property. Let's buy an apartment building. Let's figure out how many people we got to get involved.
Absolutely.
To keep this dream alive, right? So
absolutely.
Y'all got it, man. Y'all know.
I love this.
Nice. All right. Let's switch topics a bit. Let's talk about college, man.
Guys, college is crazy. So
before we go into that, wait a minute. I know I'm supposed to be hosting and giving it up to my guys. I know.
Shout out Mace.
Shout out Mace. Six figure Nancy in the building.
I told the people yesterday, I said, I don't like getting online and doing this because when I do this, it goes left.
Okay.
And I said, you know, UCLA, they come out strong every half. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. But, you know, Michigan got them. But you should always know, if I come on to do a solo take this, that means you should probably go the opposite, man. That's just what it is.
Well, see, here's the thing. Okay, the thing is this. Steez does what Steez wants to do all the time. Not some of the time, all the time. And yesterday, I got fried. I thought Michigan was going to handle business. You got Juwan Howard, Coach of the Year for his conference. You got Jalen Rose on the side being a man cheerleader. And I just thought Michigan being the number 1, number 11 UCLA had no chance. They had no chance. And guess what's crazy? This kid named Juzang.
Shout out Juzang.
Is that the dude with the curly hair, light skin boy?
That's the dude that played for the University of Kentucky and transferred.
Oh, he had to get to a real school?
Okay? Yeah. He transferred. And I'll be honest with you. He did the damn thing.
He did his thing.
He had 18 of what, 37 points in the first half or something like that.
So
like he balled.
He's Kentucky level talent.
Definitely Kentucky level talent.
And he's at UCLA, pushing them over the top.
Absolutely.
What did you think about it, Compton?
I mean,
real quick.
Look, before we even get started, let's remember last year where we were at.
Yeah.
I mean, we're dealing with COVID, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We didn't even have a March Madness. So shout out to March Madness just being here right now.
That's so crazy. I literally forgot we didn't have March Madness last year.
It seems like yesterday a little bit, but that's what would happen. You know, true. So being in March Madness right now.
Yeah.
UCLA, the city. You know what I mean? Like this. I'm going into the courts at 16. You know, playing at UCLA. So could we have a better story?
Can we give USC a special mention because they did make it to the Elite
I mean, look,
they
made it. They made it. And I'm not gonna. I'm with Steez. I mean, I felt like going into this final 8, Michigan was tough. I mean, they got Juwan Howard as the coach. You know, Fab Five, but you know they're known to choke. Sorry, but
they did. No, they did,
and that's what happened. I feel like UCLA came out. They wanted it. It's eager. They're turning up at the right time, you know, and that's the scary thing. You know, you can't base a regular season. When playoff time comes, some teams get it, some teams don't. And UCLA has had a hard journey. I respect everything that they're doing. Jusei showed up. Campbell showed up. Hawkins is on the board, showed up. The team is playing with their heart right now. And right now, with that momentum, I mean, they can do basically anything. And that's how I feel.
I agree, man.
That's what I saw, too.
But that's how I feel.
Okay, so with that being said, we got a Final Four coming up.
We got a Final Four.
We got Baylor versus Houston.
Okay.
Okay, and we got the Zags versus UCLA. So let's start with the Battle of Texas.
Well, we're already talking UCLA.
Let's stick with UCLA.
Let's see if Cinderella. Does she got an hour left in the clock, or is she going back to pumpkin status?
Oh, I love Six Figures, man.
Let me tell you something.
That slipper is not gonna fit on game day.
I know you've seen it. We all seen it in Hollywood. When that right ankle give, that heel goes out, Shorty's going down. And again, shout out to UCLA. I always wanted to go there, but they didn't accept me, so fuck them on the low. But what I will say is, they played really well. Ever since I saw the playing game, I said, this is a team of destiny. You got to be careful.
You didn't say that. There's no way you said that.
Because I took
they lost the last 4 games before they got into the tournament.
But when they did the play-in game, they looked legit enough, and I took them every game until they got here, and then I said, "Oh, let's go take Michigan now."
And what's legit? The road has been real.
They've had a real road. They had to beat Alabama a couple nights ago, and they barely dodged the bullet there because old buddy missed those 2 free throws. They go into overtime. They got the win.
But let's keep it all the way real.
Okay.
They got no chance against Gonzaga, and I don't want to hear no different.
Guys, I'm going to be honest with you right now. Since we're going to stay here real quick, let's stay here real quick and go to Baylor. Here's the thing. Honestly, I would love to see UCLA win. I like the whole Ju Zhang story. It's cool. It's cute. He went to University of Kentucky. He had 28 points. Blase. I watched Gonzaga versus USC. Shout out USC for even making it this far, right?
Shout out.
But listen, Gonzaga, they look like an NBA team. They are so fundamentally sound with stars. Guys are making bounce passes. Guys don't make bounce passes.
Right.
Like, they're just fundamentally sound. I just don't see UCLA beating them. Ju Zhang's going to have 30-plus, and he's going to need help.
Right.
He can't go 18 points in the first half, and then the rest of the team have 9 in the first half. No way that's happened with Gonzaga.
Right.
So, to me, my money's on Zags. What you got, AC?
Okay. It's a tough one. Again, being an LA native, come on, I'm going for UCLA. I'm all for UCLA. I want them to just do that Cinderella thing, that story. It's COVID. We're coming off so many tragedies, and I love it. I love it. As a gambling man, the only thing that made me a little bit weary, they scored 27 points the first half versus Michigan.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Number-wise, 27 points is not going to get it versus Gonzaga. I mean, you got to put up buckets. I mean, this team right now is athletic. It's a starting 5. Dude. They got 5-star players.
Yeah.
But if we want to just take it back to what the USA was built on, the United States when they won the Olympics in hockey and they just did the upset thing. Right now, I just feel like a lot of stuff is in line. I feel like,
but they're playing Gonzaga though, bro. Everything you're saying sounds amazing.
But look,
okay,
it
sounds like a soap opera. Okay. One Life to Live. Okay, This is Gonzaga. They just won 30 games.
Jose, Hawkins.
But listen,
me, go ahead.
But listen,
Campbell. Okay,
listen,
go ahead.
They won 30 games already.
They did.
The last team to do it was what? The Hoosiers, Indiana Hoosiers, back in '76.
Something crazy like that.
Something crazy. I don't think Gonzaga's losing.
Let me give you another 6 stat about them.
Please,
I want to say, please feel free to fact check me out there.
Go ahead.
I think of the 30 wins, they have 27 or 26 wins by 10-plus points. So not only have they not lost this season, they have covered by double digits pretty much every game, 90% of the time.
Right.
Again, UCLA doesn't have the offense. They're scrappy, they're this, they're that. But it took a lot for Michigan to blow that game. The defense was there. Their offense looked pitiful. Right. And you don't get that against Gonzaga. Gonzaga's going to come out and put up 40 on you in the first half, no matter what you do.
Look,
the only way you're going to be in it is if you can put up 40. And what I saw tells me they're going to be down 45-28 at halftime. You can book that.
Again, we know what type of show this is. If we're doing smart betting, come on. You go with Gonzaga. I get it. You know what I mean? You have to.
You have to, dude.
But if you wanna bet from your heart and you just think things is different and you go for the shebang bang, look, I brought them out today, okay? Shout out to Steve's. Kobe said it best. Okay? Shout out to Steve's. Right now, LA is different. UCLA ain't been here in a minute. UCLA ain't been here in a minute.
They haven't.
If you ever had an upset story and you had the ride, you had the ammunition, rolling how it's gonna roll, you got the spirit of mama, you got the spirit of Nip. You go with UCLA.
Yeah, you let them know.
You go with UCLA.
You let them know.
You say, baby, I'm putting a G. And we gonna ride this G out, win or lose.
I'm gonna say something real quick, man.
So that's how I feel. I feel like the spirit of UCLA is gonna come out.
Yeah.
Now, the stats not there, everything not there. They put up 27 points. Yeah, we know all this.
Yeah.
Juice, Campbell, Hawk. Come on, you don't know what can happen. Let's go.
Let's be real.
Let's go. I'm just gonna say this real quick, man. Shout out to our guest on the show. I love his energy. I love his insight. I love his knowledge. However, they are not beating the undefeated Gonzaga. It's just not happening. Okay, they're a 13.5 favorite to win to go to the national championship. With that being said, we got to slide over to the Texas battle.
Okay.
We got Baylor versus the University of Houston. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to run with Kenny the Jet Smith, and I'm going to go with H-Town. Even though I know Baylor has ridiculous guards, they're physical, I want an upset. There's got to be an upset in the Final Four. And if there's going to be an upset, I don't think it's going to be UCLA versus Gonzaga. I think it's going to be Houston over Baylor. What do you think, Six Figure?
I don't know if that's an upset, though. That's a very close matchup.
It's 2 versus 1.
It's a 2 versus
It's
1.
2 versus 1.
I do know that.
It's a different 2, though.
Hey,
it's not the normal 2, the Kansas, the Kentucky, the Dukes.
I mean, but what's normal anymore, right?
Right.
I've seen them. They've been kicking. They've been on everybody. I got to shout out Mattress Mac for those of you who follow gambling. He has $1 million on Houston.
$1 million on Houston to win,
to win it all.
I didn't know that.
$1 million.
So look, I think he's gonna have to, go to work at Sit and Sleep after this week because he's gonna be down a few dollars. But again, bro, I like all of that bluster. I like what you said, but Baylor is pretty legit.
Yeah,
they are legit. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. I actually really agree on this one. I think this one for me was more of an easier bet. I think Houston, which no one's really talking about, has had an easy road.
They have had
an
easy
road. It's almost smoke and mirrors.
Let's
not
get
into
it. You ever do this, right? Got to the Final Four without playing a number one?
Yes,
come on.
Bro.
Yeah.
They had an easy path.
Have they been battle tested?
No.
They haven't been battle tested. And the thing that I think is going to be a wake
they
call.
made it through the snow.
Okay, but they also lost one of the biggest leads ever and barely won. We gotta remember these type of things. They did win, but they coughed up I don't know how many points they were up by and almost losing the game. Now Baylor is athletic. And I feel like their backcourt is going to be amazing. They get a lot of points off of fast breaks. They get a lot of points off their defense. And that defense is going to be swarming those players. Houston has not been battle tested. Yeah. This is an easy one for me.
You know what?
All day.
When you break it down like that, I agree. They haven't been battle tested.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if there's going to be an upset, it would be Houston over Baylor over than UCLA against Gonzaga. They're just too strong, bro. I just don't know.
Who I need? We need to get. I don't know if you're out there watching. I would love to get my boy Racer to call in because he is my college guru, or the homie P4. Any of y'all out there who have a thought or opinion about what you think is going to happen, either the battle for Texas or if you think that this is just LA's year, okay?
I think it's LA's year. I mean, look, we keep talking about UCLA. I'm going to say this. We won a championship in the NBA.
Yes, sir.
We won a championship in baseball.
Yes,
Come
sir.
on. I mean,
UCLA made the Final Four.
UCLA made the Final. Let's not act like we thought last year that UCLA was going to be in the Final Four. We did not think this.
I agree.
This is not normal. We didn't think USC was going to be in the Final Four.
Elite Eight.
Last Chance U. Shout out to Last Chance U. Come on, they got a player that just made it to the USC squad who's a champion. I mean, come on,
Rams just traded for Matthew Stafford.
He
might be the missing piece for them
LA
this year.
right
even
now
though it's
is
not
where
a gang
at.
all day, we got to give. LA is trying to do its thing to reestablish itself as a sports juggernaut all across the board. If you feel if you feel the same, if you want to jump in the conversation, please call us at 323-815-4204.
Look, energy is everything. And I think right now, momentum, energy, the city, the things that LA is just kind of overcoming. It all lines up for just a beautiful story.
Yeah,
I'm with the Cinderella story. If any upset could happen, let's go. Come on. It's UCLA.
Yeah.
We got Reggie Miller. We got, some of the greats.
Westbrook,
We're playing.
Kevin Love.
Westbrook, let's go.
That was last time they went, 2008.
Come on, man.
And then I think they just showed on Bleacher
It's a
Report
lot of
2006 when UCLA actually came back from down 16 to beat Gonzaga when they had Adam Morrison. Aaron Afalo was on the team for UCLA at the time.
Man.
I'm a historian of this, guys. I know my stuff, man.
Shout out Steve. Shout out Steve's in the building.
So, hey, outside of that, I think we all know Baylor, Gonzaga, UCLA, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Mace, what we got next?
I think we can tie off the college football or college basketball conversation.
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to y'all. Y'all want to talk a little college football, and only meaning because the NFL draft is about to hit next month.
Yeah.
Okay, we can slide in that real quick.
We could just tiptoe about. Let's just talk about the top five.
Honestly, bro, the only thing I got to say, and like I said, man, I don't know how to say this to all my viewers out there that's watching. You guys know, it only matters about New England. Okay, I don't care about the Niners. I don't care about the Faders.
You guys don't have a top
I don't
five
care.
right?
I wish Mike G, the G is for Guru. I need the camera to zoom in on this for this segment right now. Okay, the G's for Guru. The Titans haven't done anything. Okay, Robert Kraft came out and he made a statement. He made a statement today and he said, "Listen, guys, we know Tom Brady won a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. We're aware of that. Okay, we understand that we didn't make good draft picks in the past. So guess what? I got money, so I'm gonna open my wallet. Okay, you know what Robert Kraft did? This is what Robert Kraft did.
I think he went
Robert
to
Kraft
sleep.
let me tell you what he did.
When he got another
Okay?
massage.
No, he went and he opened up his wallet. And you know what he did? He got players. We got a squad, guys. Do not sleep on New England. With that being said, for the draft,
We were talking about the draft.
we are talking about
Just
the
to
draft.
remind you.
I know. We are talking about the draft.
Go ahead.
Are
I'm
you
not
guys
over
even
the
in the
place.
draft? Do you have any picks left? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, we have with the 15th overall pick.
Oh, 15.
Yeah, we're taking a quarterback.
No, there's no quarterbacks left for you at 15.
We're gonna trade up. Gilmore will be gone draft night.
Listen, let me tell you something about a team who already made their move.
Oh my
Who's
God,
sitting at
bro.
number 3.
Bro.
Okay? We passed on that other guy. We won't even mention him because he's doing weird stuff down there in Houston. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up either Mac Jones or Justin Fields. And we're going to, and you know, really what I think is going to happen.
You know what's sickening, bro?
You know we're going to get Trevor Lawrence.
You know what?
that's going to happen, right?
I'm cutting you off on purpose.
Something's going to happen.
I'm cutting you off on purpose.
Wow.
You know what? I'm cutting you off on purpose.
Wow.
Listen,
Okay.
I hate that you got the third round pick.
You can't hate
because
it.
that's amazing. It's amazing.
You
Because
know-
there's so
you-
much talent you can get in the third round.
You know that Robert Saleh, he went and got his head coach. That's our boy, though. Big dog. What do you, hey, Kyle called him. What you finna do with that number 2? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get my boy at number 3. All right, we on it. We on it, bro. This is our year. We re-signed the best defense in the league.
Okay.
Okay. We don't have a bunch of aged out vets. We got our cornerbacks are solid. We got the line. We got Bosa coming back this year. Bro, it's gonna be a problem. Our division is still the toughest in football.
So-
I can't wait.
So what we saying? What we saying? You like the Patriots for the Super Bowl?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
That's a
First of all,
stretch. That's a
okay.
stretch. I'm a
Okay.
realistic.
Are they
But
gonna
we
make
will
the
make the.
playoffs?
Yes, I already told you. I bet you.
Yeah, we have stake dinner that the Niners are
Any
gonna be
stake in
better
the city of
than
Los
the
Angeles.
Titans or the Patriots.
Titans are done. That's why Mike is gone. Titans are done. Mike is gone. I don't want to hear nothing about the Titans no more.
Wow.
Okay?
Mike
now
G,
that AK
the G-
is
G
on the
is for
set,
gone?
the G is for gone. Guru, no more. The G is for gone.
The G is for
AK,
gone?
you're in the seat.
Okay.
You're a Raider fan, right?
I'm a Raider fan.
So what do you think about the Faders?
Look.
Are they gonna do anything?
I'm not gonna go too deep into this conversation. I'm actually gonna really lean on you two for this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't given enough look into like the draft right now.
Okay.
So hit me up next week or the following week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Say
So
less.
I'm gonna stay quiet on this little segment that we're talking about right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Let's just go to Vegas, man. We'll probably see some of the players hanging out by the
Hey.
pool, getting their R&R in. That's fine.
I love the Raiders, but we definitely not ready for the Super Bowl.
No.
I mean, if anybody right now, if I'm putting money on anybody, I'm loving Kansas City. I feel like Mahomes has learned a lot from his last year. This last year was tough for Mahomes, but as you see, he was battle tested. He made it back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He didn't finish. But I think Kansas City has a lot of years in them.
A lot. They're young. They're very young. I
Tampa
agree.
Bay obviously is there.
They brought everybody back.
Brady's back.
They brought the whole
You know.
starting defense, offense back.
So
That's unheard of.
They're gonna be
We
good.
might see it. We might see a rematch. I don't know.
We could.
No, we ain't gonna see no rematch because they got to get through the Niners.
I'm
All
not
right,
worried
with
about
that
the
being
Niners.
said,
All right, we can wrap this up.
Not worried about the Niners though. I'm telling you that much.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So we're gonna transition into the second half of the show. We're gonna talk about my favorite sport, my
Okay.
favorite subject. Let's get into the NBA and a little more deep.
Shout out NBA. I love it.
So we've got what do we got? About 30 games left in the season, about 25.
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of movement. NBA deadline, trade deadline just passed.
Yeah.
What are the biggest moves that you guys saw, either from the trade deadline so
Well-
far or the buying market? Let's give it to our guests. Let's let them kick it off.
Let me
Kick it off, AK.
Put it in my hands.
Give me
right
the
now.
non-Lakers first, though, man. I know where you want to go. Let's not start there.
Non-Lakers.
Let's not start with the Lakers. Okay, look. Let's start with everybody. Let's start with who everybody's talking about right now. We're talking
Okay.
about Brooklyn, right? The Brooklyn Nets. They got a starting five of amazing superstars, and I love it. They got Aldridge, which look. I feel like this team is like that 2004 Laker team when we had Nash,
Oh.
we had Payton, we had
Karl Malone.
we had
Yeah.
look. They're still gelling, but they don't have a bench. They don't really have a real bench. They have Griffin, who that's not a prime Griffin. It's not a prime Aldridge. They do got Kyrie. We don't know what type of mental he's going to come into the playoffs. KD is always game. And then James Harden, who we know is always game too, but he does cough it up in the playoffs too. So am I for Brooklyn right now? No, I'm not. I'm not all set on Brooklyn. I think other teams have a better chance. Who made the biggest move? Denver. Denver is scary. Denver for me is really scary. And the reason why I say it is because they brought more athleticism to their team.
Yeah.
They have Aaron Gordon that is happy. They have an Aaron Gordon that is driven, who wanted to get to another team and be a competitor. He's an athlete. He's a scorer. He's tremendous. We don't see a lot of him because he was playing for the Magic, and we didn't get to see them a lot. Come on. They have one of the best point guards in Murray. You know,
University of Kentucky.
I mean, right now, we're not talking about Denver. Denver is a team that's made for the playoffs. They play slow already. They're built for this type of thing. They've been through experience. These past 2 years have been great for them. They've made really good runs. I'm more scared right now of Denver than I am of Brooklyn because my team that I have winning the championship, of course, Lakers. The reason why I say the Lakers, if I'm going too long, just tell me. But the reason why I say the Lakers, I think Drummond was the best pick that we could have possibly picked up. Look, AD doesn't like to play the center role.
We all know that.
Okay?
Yeah.
He's about to be in heaven. He's playing his true position, power forward. Drummond is a true center.
I know.
We miss Dwight. We really do miss Dwight. He made things happen. McGee, we miss him. He made things happen.
Drummond's better than both. Right
Oh,
now.
he's way better
Easy.
than both.
Easy.
Way better,
Right
and
now
he's
he's better
and
than
he's happy. And don't forget that Drummond played with KCP. Shout out KCP, my boy. He played with KCP back in Detroit. Look, it's gonna open the floor. We got shooters this year. LeBron is the best player on the planet right now until he loses the championship. Come on, let's go with that. AD is probably the second best player. He changes the game. We got a point guard.
Pieces.
Look, there's pieces.
There's
And we have a
pieces.
bench. We have a bench.
Let me
I
let
don't know about that.
We have a
So-
bench.
let me let Steve get in here.
Go ahead, my bad.
intersect.
Hey,
Let me intersect
look.
a little
I know
bit.
I'm going, but look.
me
Lakers all day. Let's go, Steve.
I mean, so here's the thing. A lot of things you said, I'm actually impressed with. I'm impressed with your knowledge. I'm impressed with the resume.
Okay, thank you.
I
I
was
appreciate
kind
it.
of concerned, man. He said, he didn't know his game. He didn't know his stuff.
He's got to know his team.
He does.
Hey.
So here's the thing. The Brooklyn Nets, they are going to win the East by a landslide.
They have
And
to-
I'm going to
wait,
tell you
wait,
why.
They're not even leading the East. They got to lead the East to win. The East.
Kevin, they're number 2. And Durant's not even back. And they just got Aldridge. And they just got Blake Griffin.
Is
Now,
he coming back?
yes, he's coming back.
Isn't that why they picked
Okay.
up Blake Griffin and Aldridge? Because they're scared.
But
that
hold on,
KD
can I
might
say
go.
something?
Because
Can I say something?
they were a small team. They needed more size, guys.
Can I say something before you even go in?
Please.
Okay, we know why KD is on the bench. Why he's not playing right now. Kyrie, where are you at? What is going on?
Kyrie's still getting buckets.
Is he? Where's Kyrie right now?
He just came back. He
Okay.
played the last couple
Came back.
games, yeah.
Okay, I just want to understand why sometimes these players are sitting out, and I don't understand it. But go ahead, and I think that's going to play a key factor when we come into the
But guys,
nitty-gritty.
okay, so let's talk about this. Okay, so with Brooklyn, the only team that really stands in Brooklyn's way is the 76ers. And Joel Embiid is finally coming back. I think they say he's coming back this week.
Right.
Okay, but with Brooklyn, you got Kyrie, James Harden, KD, Blake Griffin, Aldridge.
You don't have KD
Okay.
until he gets back on the court. though.
Okay, whatever. You don't. Okay, but you
Just
still
saying.
have DeAndre Jordan coming off the bench now. You still got Joe Harris, who makes over $17 million a season, who can shoot the three. Okay, Brooklyn, they're gonna win the East. Okay, I agree with Compton once again. He knows his stuff. Denver is scary.
Scary.
Aaron Gordon was a really big pickup in my eyes and his eyes, clearly for a reason. And the reason why is because Aaron Gordon is going to make a Joker's job that much easier. Because Aaron Gordon is a low post scorer. And now you have Joker who could shoot the three, mid-range, get to the basket, and now you got a high flyer. Did you
and
watch
he's
the
one of-
highlights the other night?
He's one of the best passers in the
Dude.
league. Not even passing big men. He's just one of the best passers.
that was a
look.
bad trade for the Lakers.
And look, Jamal Murray is a superstar.
Because he went to Kentucky.
He doesn't get enough credit.
He's Canadian. I don't know.
Come on, look, he's playoff go-to.
He's there.
His game goes
It's Joker's
up more.
team, though.
It's Joker. Did we forget last year's run? Did you see Murray last year's run? Did you forget?
They weren't supposed to be there, bro.
Come on.
You got to give them props, though. They beat the Clippers down 3-1.
You're putting too much.
Was
You know,
was Murray
you're
averaging
putting
like
too much on
40
the
or
Clippers.
something?
They're the Clippers. They'll always clip. They lost
I
to
mean,
Orlando yesterday. F the Clippers. But I
Shout
hear
out
you.
Lakers.
I hear you. It's all about Lakers, man.
Yeah.
You can't be giving the JV team no props at all.
Right. But what I'm saying, I think
What about Pelicans or
No.
Blazers
Too
or the
early.
Mavericks? You don't like any of these other teams? No dark horse?
There's no dark
not at all.
no
In
dark
the
horse
West, it's clear. It's easy.
Dog.
Western
So-
Conference
so
Finals.
assuming everybody's healthy come late
Lakers
April,
are going to win
June,
the West.
we
You
think
have
the
a
Lakers
healthy
good.
LeBron and AD. You add Drummond. I'm not going to lie. The Lakers perimeter need to start shooting.
Yeah.
We need shots.
Yeah.
You know, Caruso needs to step up. Kuzma needs to be consistent. KCP needs to hit the 3.
He will.
Okay?
And
those things happen, Lakers are going to win the West.
And look
adding Drummond was a crazy piece.
And here's the thing that
because he's everything that Gasol is too washed to be.
Beyond washed
give
to
me a
be.
true center. He's going to get rebounds, double up. But again, you see they're getting killed right now in the game that they're playing. It might be maybe he's too old. Not old, but maybe he's too slow. Maybe he can't run with a team like the Nets. I don't know.
Right. Look, let's not base tonight's game off of anything. Look, Drummond's first game near. If you're a basketball player, you play any type of sports, it takes time. You have to gel with your player. You got to get used to the system.
Absolutely.
Now, key factor is that's how big AD and LeBron is. They changed the game completely.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
What I'm worried about, what I want to see right now, I want to see the KCPs, the Carusos, the Heralds. I want to see them start getting into their game. And why I think this is a great move and you'll see it when it happens. When LeBron comes back, when AD comes back, the Lakers have a true bench now. Gasol's gonna play better. Maybe he's not a starter right now. Maybe he is in his down years. But you don't think he can be a coming off the bench and giving us the buckets, the energy that we need?
He can give you 10 minutes and 6 fouls.
That's what I need
like
from him. We got Harold, so that's all we need. We got other players now that can kind of carry that weight that we put on Gasol, and I know he hasn't played out to who he should be
At all.
But
At all.
I see him coming off the bench, getting new.
Yeah,
energy.
it'll be him and then Harold at the 4.
That's what we need.
Kuzma at the 3.
Kuzma at the 3.
Let me give y'all
That's
some of
a
the
bench.
NBA
Matthews, let's
championship
go.
odds real quick. All
Okay,
right,
let's
so
go.
you got Brooklyn Nets are still at the top at plus 250.
Okay.
I mean, because before you go, we got plenty of time still on the show. Before you go, the reason why, because guys, listen, a healthy Brooklyn Nets,
It's scary.
it's beyond scary.
It's very scary.
It's
It might
very
be.
scary, guys.
That's a lot of offense. Where's the defense though?
And that's
You
my
brought
problem.
in Aldridge. He can defend the paint.
I'm out
Come
of
on.
Oh my God.
Bro, you brought in Aldridge. You brought in Blake Griffin. You know what I'm saying?
Let me
Like,
reel it
guys,
back in.
listen. Brooklyn knows what they're doing. Shout out to Brooklyn. It's my daughter's name. Listen.
Shout out Brooklyn. Shout out Brooklyn.
Listen, they brought in Aldridge. KD is a walking assassin. No one can guard KD. We know
Right.
that. Okay? No one can really guard James Harden either. Okay? Kyrie, he has flashes where no one can guard him either. He's a magician with the basketball.
But-
now you bring in.
No, he's a
hold on.
magician.
Now
He's
you
not Houdini himself off
now
the
you
court.
bring in
I'm
a-
not coming in this week, guys. See you next week.
Right.
whatever. Now you bring in a 6'10" Blake Griffin who has something to prove. You bring in LaMarcus Aldridge who was a journeyman because he was in Portland. He went to San Antonio. He wanted to be Tim Duncan, but he wasn't Tim.
He wasn't.
He wasn't Tim. It just didn't work. Now, both of these guys are getting veteran minimums for what? They can go to any team in the league and get paid. They're getting veteran minimums because they want to win a
I'm
ring.
just gonna say something.
Which
I'm
I
gonna be
agree.
I'm gonna be objective real quick. My bad.
Go ahead.
my bad.
No, you good. You good.
That whole team, all those players on that team, none of them are winners. None of them are championship winners. I can't give KD
A
credit.
lot of players are not
can't.
winners.
KD's
though.
a winner. KD's a winner. Let's stop
KD's
that.
come on, bro.
He's got rings.
KD's a winner.
He's two-time champion,
Here's my
two-time
thing.
MVP.
MVP. He's a winner.
Bro, he's a winner, bro.
Yeah, a scoring champion, MVP. To
He's
the
a
league.
walking
Oh,
bucket, bro.
He's not a
come
leader.
on.
He's not the one who.
I don't agree with
the
that.
icing on
Bron did the
I
same
don't
thing.
agree
We
with
can't
that.
be biased here, bro.
No. LeBron, and I'm not even. Y'all know historically on the show, I've not been a LeBron fan. But the impact of a LeBron on the court and a KD on the court and in the locker room are two different things. Because at the end of the day, LeBron will drag you and your mama to the championship. Just
He
give
will.
me enough of this, and we're gonna get there. KD has a little too much. So without
don't
the
know,
Steph,
man.
without the Clay, without Draymond, that whole situation that was already real baked, he's the cherry on top. He's the icing on the cake. I just worry about them because his defense isn't always. I mean, his defense is okay.
His defense
But
is good. It got
as
better.
a team defensively, I worry about the Nets. Yes, they can win every shootout. It's gonna be styles make fights because again, it's the Lakers are the best defensive team in the league.
Right,
I
right.
agree, 100%.
And this is where I'm coming in at now. So my thing with Brooklyn, and this is my thing that why I'm not sold on Brooklyn. I am not sold on Brooklyn. This is what I'm saying. Defense is very key. Defense wins championships. If you're a real basketball player, you know that.
What would you say is the key to defense? What do you need to be a good defensive team?
Defense is all from the heart. You need to play with
Heart.
your heart. You need to really out there.
Chemistry, effort.
Chemistry. But it's a lot of chemistry too. It's a lot of help defense. It's like
Let me ask you a
when do I
question.
know how to
Let me
play
ask
off
you a
my
question,
man?
Compton.
Go ahead.
When you're in school, and you get a report card, you get a progress report. The teacher says, they could give you a satisfactory, they could give you a needs improvement,
right.
They could give you an Excel. When I think about a Kyrie or a Harden or Joe Harris, all these players that they got that could put the ball in the bucket, when I think about them on defense, or when I think about how Kyrie just disappears when he wants to, needs to, whatever the case may be, I don't see the heart on that team. We know Harden's a quitter, but he's a great ball player. And he could give me 30 points anytime, for sure.
Right.
I'm just saying.
So here's my thing that I'm not going to agree with on this show. KD is a phenomenal player. KD
Absolutely.
is probably the best player in the league right now. The only reason I can't give it to him because he just came off of a serious injury and he was out.
Has he even played in 2021?
Yes, he has.
Come on.
In 2021
yes, he did. He was
Come on.
Okay.
And every time I've seen KD on the court, he has looked phenomenal.
He's a killer. He's a killer.
I hate how people jump on KD. They're not respecting KD. KD is a beast. He's the only player in the league that can match what LeBron does. He is a leader. He plays defense. He's just built for basketball. You can't stop him. Now, that leadership that he's going to show his leadership with his play. KD will show up. I know that. I think Kyrie will show up too. I don't know too much about James and everybody else. They haven't won. Kyrie and KD know how to win.
I'm so tired of everyone saying, "Oh, James hasn't won." Guys, James is playing with KD now. He's playing with Kyrie now. And he's in the Eastern Conference, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
Listen, look at the competition in the Eastern Conference. It's the Bucks, the Sixers, and everyone else doesn't even matter.
Right.
The Bucks, their window's closed to me.
Right.
Like, I like Giannis. Yeah, they brought in Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton.
Wait. They also picked up PJ Tucker. That's a good little veteran.
What are you talking about for the
guard all your players?
I'm not worried about
It's not enough. It's not
Giannis
enough.
can't shoot. Until he can knock down
jumpers in the crunch time,
it can't.
It's not gonna happen.
And this is where I'm worried about Brooklyn.
Why?
Because the playoffs slows the game up.
But
we gotta get
guys that can
offensive
score.
players.
But listen, in the Eastern Conference, who's gonna slow them down?
The Lakers. When they play against the Lakers are gonna become
So
a half
well, let me ask this question.
76ers with the Dwight Howard, with Mike Scott, and with Joel Embiid, they can play some pretty good defense. I don't know how KD's going to react when Dwight Howard starts blowing in his ear and roughing him up and down the court.
And they're
Dwight Howard can't roll with him.
They're undersized.
Dwight Howard can't guard. He can't
Look,
laterally guard Kevin Durant.
He don't
I
got
feel
to,
like
'cause
Brooklyn
I've
is
seen Dwight
undersized.
Howard
I feel like that
punch guys
undersized is
in
going
the-
to play
They
a
brought in
part.
Aldridge. He's 6'11", 6'10", Blake Griffin.
Aldridge-
DeAndre Jordan 7 foot. That's why they brought in those
I just
guys.
want you to acknowledge
That's
that
the size.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
KD's 6'10".
I just don't
Guys,
feel like they have a
guys.
prime.
Aren't the Spurs still
DeMarcus
in the playoff
Aldridge.
race? Aren't they somewhere lingering around 7th, 8th place?
San Antonio?
What I'm asking is, if San Antonio didn't think that this guy could still play, they let him go.
He didn't want to be there no more.
They didn't want him to be there no more.
No one wants to be in San Antonio.
Hey, I'm just
Okay?
saying.
The Alamo doesn't want to be there, bro. Are you crazy?
yeah.
And
Who
shout out-
wants to be in San
San
Hot
Antonio-
Fish doesn't want to be there, bro.
San Antonio is a nice city, man. Y'all should go check it out if y'all
I've
haven't
been there. It's not.
It's
Yeah.
all right. It's a little slow. but
I'll
it's
never
all
go
right.
back to San Antonio.
Oh, man. All I'm saying is, at no point in his career did anybody ever look at LaMarcus Aldridge as a defensive player or Blake Griffin. So you're just adding names and bodies who can maybe put the ball in the bucket.
Guys, these are good players. Veteran minimums, those are good players to pick up.
It's good value. Hey, it's good players. Yeah.
Those are good players to pick up.
I've seen
In their prime-
Blake on a good team.
In their prime,
And they still failed.
They weren't good playoff performers.
That's all I'm
in their
saying.
primes.
Was KD on that team?
No, KD
Was Kyrie Irving on that team?
No, they wasn't.
Was James Harden on that team?
No, they
Guys,
wasn't.
those are three assassins.
Was
They
Ky- when
are.
was Kyrie
Shout out
Irving?
James Harden,
When
LA
was-
native.
This is a better team
But
than
I'm
Stephen
saying-
Clay and Draymond.
I'm not gonna say
that's
no,
a
no.
reach.
Now you're no.
Yes, it is.
no.
Let me explain
not
why.
Even close.
Not from a
not even close.
Listen,
All right,
Go
come on.
ahead.
not from a
Not even close.
not from a defensive standpoint,
No.
guys. Who can score the ball like James Harden?
Doesn't
all around
matter.
scoring, not just three.
Nobody.
All around scoring.
Bro.
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay, Kyrie Irving is a magician. He's a champion. KD, no one can guard
Curry
KD in
is
the league.
too.
No
Go
one
ahead.
can guard KD in the league.
No
one
KD
can.
separates everything. I agree.
Exactly.
Go.
So when you have an unguardable player,
Okay.
you have James Harden who led the league in scoring the last 2-3 seasons.
Right.
And then you have Kyrie Irving. You bring in an Aldridge. You have a Joe Harris making $18 million a year who can shoot the three. He's not Clay. He's not Steph, but he can shoot the three.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You bring in Blake Griffin. Okay. You have DeAndre Jordan, and you have a quality second string guys. I mean, guys, that's a good team.
They-
I mean, it
They
is
have
a
a
good
good
team,
team.
but they don't have a true point guard. What I think
They're
separates.
the number two.
No,
No,
What?
no.
James Harden is pure.
He's averaging a triple double a game.
He's a pure point guard.
Okay.
He plays.
He's not Steph Curry though.
No, he's not Steph. He's
not.
James, and he's from L.A.
But at the end of the day, I feel
Shout out
like
Artesia High School.
Yeah, he did go to Artesia.
Look, he's a LA native all day. I love James Harden for sure. But to compare that Golden State team is still better than this Brooklyn Nets team. 10 times. I love it.
I think
Well,
so.
they were healthy.
Yeah,
KD was healthy.
Because
If KD's healthy, they're the number one seed
and
right
you know
now.
what separates them? They never got the credit that they should have got. That was a defensive team. They have to play defense. They can score all day.
Well, they had Draymond. They had Bogut. They had Andre Iguodala. They had pieces.
Exactly.
Barbosa. They had guys.
I just think they had a team. They didn't have a bunch of names.
Exactly.
Is the way
I
look
feel
at
like
them.
still Brooklyn's a bunch of names.
You know who one of their best players was underrated? What was it Marquise Spates?
Spades.
He would hit timely jumpers. He was great. They just had a little more homegrown chemistry and character, and that's what shows up in the playoffs.
And they still need that. We still need Brooklyn to have a healthy team. They need to play together. At least give us 20 games before the playoffs. We still have not seen the team together.
Man,
and that's going to be big.
Scary
what
team.
happened last year with the Clippers?
Bro, listen.
What was their main
do you
excuse?
understand how scary that's going to be?
What was the Clippers'
How do you
main excuse? Hold on, let's let the
Come
guest.
on.
He is on it. What
What was
is
the
their
Clippers' main excuse? They had a bunch of superstars, but they never played together the whole season.
Well, first of all, bro.
That was the excuse.
Kawhi Leonard, to me, he's a great player. He barely got past the Sixers. That's the luckiest shot in NBA history to me.
You do
funny
understand.
that you said that. No,
He has
funny that
done
you
way
said
it.
more.
Lucky shot in NBA history.
I'm gonna say it right now while we on air.
Wait.
Kawhi Leonard traveled. Go back and look at it.
He
Kawhi
did.
traveled.
They
That
all
was-
traveled. They all
He
traveled.
traveled. No, he traveled
In the corner, he hit the shot over Embiid.
Before getting to that corner, he ran with the ball. I watched it 20 times. Kawhi traveled. Philly should have been in the championship, and
See?
that's what I'm saying.
And then here's the thing. Before you go, if KD was healthy, Clay was healthy, Kawhi wouldn't be. He'd probably still be in Toronto.
Probably.
Let's just.
I mean, that's that's-
He probably still be in
that's-
Toronto.
So this is the only thing I want to offer up to you before you slander Kawhi Leonard. Now, I've seen him go on multiple teams to the finals.
He's only been on 3 teams.
and win a ring. And he's done it more than once. On more than one team, he went and got that. He went and got that jewelry. Let me tell you about.
The Toronto jury does not count.
Hey, he got it.
KD wasn't on the floor or Clay.
Hey,
Like, I understand it's a ring, but come on.
It hurt.
Everybody
It hurt.
knows it.
Okay.
Everybody knows
Everybody
it.
knows
Yeah.
this.
You know it too, man.
Even if you had a healthy Clay,
Guys,
I feel like
we're
Clay,
sports guys.
Clay would have brought him over the top.
Yes.
That hurt. Yeah.
No KD, no Clay.
Yeah.
No
Every
way.
championship team that's ever won has some kind of weird thing that happens to
I
the
agree.
other team.
I agree.
Okay? That's always how
That's
it is.
sports,
It's
yeah.
a war of attrition.
Okay.
Next man up.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, when Kyrie got his wish, got away from LeBron, he has been disappointing. Will we say that?
He went to Boston.
You can make up whatever the
It didn't
reasons
work in
are.
Boston.
It didn't work in Boston, even though he had a great team around him.
Decent team.
Right.
A decent team.
It wasn't great.
When he was on the Nets last year, they missed the playoffs. Whatever the reasons are, he got to get all these extra players involved, and people are saying they're the best team, but that's the same thing they said about the Clippers because some of it's just bias against LeBron, is in my opinion.
So,
Let me also down James Harden. He's had a bunch of super teams that should have made it all the way.
he's never had
No.
a super team.
Yeah, I would not say yeah.
You can't
This
say
is-
super team, bro.
This is Harden's first super team, and I would say
Yeah, bro. Super
I love
team.
what Harden has been doing. I love Harden.
Wait.
I love.
So let
Harden.
me ask this.
Yeah.
I don't want to go hella left, but I'm gonna take you there real quick.
Let's go.
Okay. Brady and the Bucks.
Right.
Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. They bring in Gronk. They bring Antonio Brown. Is that considered a super team? Just yes or no? Mm-hmm. That's a super team.
Mm-hmm. I would say
So-
yeah, because that's what we.
And he won a
said at the
Super Bowl.
beginning of the year. Yeah, he did.
And they praised him.
Right.
So if KD and his super team wins, so
They get
what
praised.
happens? They get praised.
No, absolutely. Because even with the talking about Brady, it was still a tough year. It was still a jail year. He had his up and his down.
Exactly. It's still sports.
I mean, come on.
Mace
like,
isn't like this. I can see it.
I love it. No,
I-
if they
okay.
win,
Mace
if
doesn't
they
like
win,
it.
they win. Look, let's
If they
do
win,
this.
they win. They get respect.
Let's do this. I mean, come on. We watch ESPN all the time. Stephen A. Everybody over there talking about super teams, this and that and third, not giving Kevin Durant credit. LeBron James started this. and he had better players. Okay, so let's not discredit anybody that's on a good team.
He did start it. He did.
Wait,
okay,
he may have
Stephen
started,
A. That's for you.
He may have started a version of this.
Stephen A's on the hot seat right now.
I mean,
But
come on,
we
man.
definitely can't say that the Miami team is the same thing as putting Blake Griffin and Harden.
Why not?
And Irving.
Why not?
Because those two,
Why not?
that's a lot different.
Wait.
That's a lot different
Wait.
than D-Wade.
Evolution. Have you ever heard of evolution?
I agree.
NBA has evolved. Back
I
then,
agree.
when you had 3 superstars, that was big.
Well, honestly,
Chris Bosh.
if you
Come
take
on.
it that far back, it wasn't LeBron that did it first. It was the Celtics in 08 that did it.
It was
first.
the Celtics, yeah.
The
Putting
07
together
Celtics.
KG.
The 08,
Okay,
the
Ray.
08
Ray
Celtics.
Allen.
Okay.
That
Okay.
was
And the league hated on us.
Kobe should have 7 right
Because
now.
Kobe
But hey,
should-
Kobe
and
should have
Chris
6
Paul-
or 7 right
Kobe
now.
and Chris, I was at
But
Wells
that's why
Fargo.
Kobe
I
is the
remember this.
greatest.
I was working at Wells Fargo when the TV said, we just traded for Chris Paul.
Right.
I didn't even warm up my coffee before David Stern said,
That's
Okay?
the.
And now look at the league now. And now look at the league now.
Yeah.
Everybody just goes everywhere. I don't care what my contract says. Let me go.
Kobe would have 6 or 7 right now.
Easy.
Easy.
Mind you, they were mad about the Gasol trade when it was still just Kobe and Gasol. He still had to beat Ray Allen, KG, and Paul Pierce, and Rondo, and everybody else on that squad.
Kendrick Perkins,
Eddie
Big
House,
Baby Davis.
Big Baby Davis. They had the other killer, number 0, like another big man who was no joke. Like, bro, they had a squad.
They did.
They had the White Mamba,
Like, come on.
Yeah. Scalabrini.
Scalabrini.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
So, come on, bro. Like, the league is always, and if we take it back to when we were younger, because I know we're all about the same age, if you remember the Houston Rockets when in the 90s, they didn't just have Elijah Wan.
No, they sure did.
And Robert Horry.
Kenny
and
Smith.
Clyde Drexler.
Kenny Smith.
And Kenny Smith.
Clyde
and Sam
Drexler.
Cassell. And they picked up Barkley.
Come on.
Like, come
Mario
on, bro.
Ellie.
Vernon Maxwell. They probably had a fucking squad.
Hey, they had squad. That's what I'm saying. You gotta have a squad to win championships. I mean, guys, look at our squad that went to Miami. We had squad. That's a different segment. I'll say that for the next show. But hey, you gotta have a squad
gotta
to
have a
win
squad.
chips.
Come on. You
So-
gotta have. I
To
agree.
go back
I
to
agree.
Kellerman, you got to have a crew.
Look,
You
Bron,
know?
if we didn't trade for look, guys, we traded young talent for Anthony Davis.
Right.
If we didn't have AD last year, we weren't gonna win a chip.
Not at all.
Bron, AD, those are 2 superstars.
That same
Absolutely,
little core
absolutely.
team.
You see what I'm
with
saying?
Zion
I agree,
and
I
other
agree.
pieces can't,
Like,
can't make
we
playoffs.
gotta be realistic here.
You're right.
You need stars to win.
You need superstars.
You need superstars to win. It doesn't matter what sport it is. Look at baseball. I mean, look at the Dodgers team. They're loaded with stars.
Loaded.
That's why they can't keep guys
Loaded.
every year.
Loaded.
Guys got to go in and out or take pay cuts. You need stars to win.
I agree.
It's the generation
I
we're
mean,
in.
look, NBA right now is exciting. I cannot wait to see what happens. I cannot wait for the coming weeks. It's just going to get better. Teams have not even reached their prime yet. It's going to come down to what team gels at the right time. And I feel like being a champion, the Lakers have been there. They've done that. They know what to do. That's going to be key. Getting Drummond, I think, was perfect. Look, my fear right now for the Lakers is Denver. They get past Denver. I actually feel very confident against Brooklyn until I see something different. If I don't see them as a team and they gel together and I see defense, they have to get their defense. They cannot win games off of offense, especially in the playoffs. When the playoffs slows up, it becomes more physical. Look, if you don't have the bodies, and I feel like they can be mixed, they might not be able to match up well with bigger teams. We're gonna see.
Well, yeah, the Sixers are
and
big.
that's the thing, and that might be a problem. I think that could be a problem.
It can be.
I really
here's
do.
the thing: if the Sixers can hit down perimeter shots, it'll be a problem.
It's gonna be.
We saw how streaky Danny Green was with us. We
Yeah.
know Ben Simmons can't shoot the 3. I mean, my daughter shoots better than Ben Simmons.
Danny Green
but-
having
but
moments
they-
right now.
but they do
again.
have Baby
Look, Danny,
Curry.
Danny's looking.
So just be
They do
careful.
have Baby
They
Curry.
got a couple shooters out
They
there.
do got Baby Curry.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be key. It's gonna be key. But look. I love it. Look. I think we're running out of
so
time,
we
though,
got,
right?
We got a
Okay.
couple minutes left. So before we close out,
Yeah.
I wanna, first of all, I want to thank you, Compton, for coming on the show. You held your own in here.
Oh, thank you.
It's a Lions Den.
But I think it just goes to stress,
Shout
bro,
out.
that Smart Degenerates is obviously bigger than just you, me, and Mike. It's a group of us. It's a lot of us that are in it. We love it.
Yeah.
We love representing our city. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you jumping on with us and going through things. I do want to give Steve's a second to shout out because I know he's got a couple of things that he's also working on. I want you to shout out your other projects. Let's
Yeah,
go,
appreciate it. Well,
Thank you.
first things first, guys, we do have new merch for Smart Degenerates. We're gonna post some of the posts. I think we post something already on our Instagram page. We're gonna have the new site up very, very soon, so you guys can start getting orders of the shirts, the hats, all the merch. Outside of Smart Degenerates, I do have a lot going on. Right now, I'm working on getting my real estate license, my mortgage license. I have Leisure Wear. It's a clothing company for the streets, for urban people, for everyone. That started in 2016. I relaunched. I have that rolling out. I have Overnight Entertainment. And I have a new makeup lip gloss line called Bay Drip that's coming out this
That's
summer.
fire. That's fire. I like that name.
So yeah, I'm working hard. I'm working diligently. But Smart Degenerates is forever, guys. Don't let nothing make you guys think different. You know. Yeah. And what you got? Talk to the people, man.
I mean, shoot. First off, I just want to say thank you for being on the show today. These are my guys. I love Mace. I love Steve's. You know, we always winning, always looking at new things, looking at just thinking outside the box. You know, for all the fans out there, keep following and let's go bigger. You know what I mean? Let's just keep going bigger. Buy the merch. Yeah. You know, more support. And at the end of the day, I think today's one of the most specialest days for me to be on the show. I really appreciate it. Yeah. You know, RIP to Nip. I mean, just being in Leimert Park, this is where we're at right now. It's just an honor. Kobe. And just being an LA native, and you know, it's crazy because this is an anniversary day, but it's just, you know, things align for a certain reason. So everybody just keep moving forward. I know COVID has been tough. Just keep getting through that. Smart Degenerates is here. Yeah. Let's all get money, and I appreciate being here on the show. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Six Figure.
I want to thank our wonderful host, Morris Media Studios.
Always.
Yes.
Hey, please, if y'all want to do podcasts, I enjoy coming up here. It's a wonderful, beautiful set. I want to shout out Smart Degenerates as always. Please follow us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter.
Yeah.
We're about to get into the Reddit space in just a second. Again, you usually can get any one of us. We love talking about games. We love talking about money, finances. You know, Mike G told you last week he's going to focus on his real estate business. So, guys, use us. You know us, for those of you who are tuned in or who does know us. Let's just keep it going, man. Like y'all said, let's just keep pushing.
Yeah, so with that said, man, hey, man, we are the Smart Degenerates, and we are out.
We are out. Let's go.